Hi, this is Joe from 13 Top Tricks. Today we have part two, lesson two of Taste of Bridge. Here are the practice hands. It's all about no trump today. Here we go. So North is our dealer, and North has an ace, a queen, and a jack. That's seven. They're going to pass. East, they have only nine. They pass. We get to South. What does South have? Well, ace, king, and a king is 10. Plus five more is 15. They're balanced. They're going to open one no trump, pass. Now, with 7 points, we're just going to pass. So remember, the magic number is 25 or 26 total high card points in the partnership. So if we have 0 to 7, then there's no chance that we're going to get to that level, and we're just going to pass. So even if partner had 17 and we only have 7, that's the best case scenario. We'd only be at 24. So that's not enough for game. We just pass. So we play one no trump. Now, what's the opening lead? Well, we look at our hand and we are going to make a fourth best lead. Okay? So our best looking suit is the club suit. So we're probably going to lead a small club. Now, the one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to lead the ace. When you lay the ace down on the table, what you're going to do is you're going to take the deuce from the dummy, and you're going to get the declare to contribute the 4. So if you were to lay the ace down on the opening lead, what that does is it promotes the queen and the king that the declare has. So you're going to give them those two tricks. If we're lucky, our ace will capture one of those high cards. So we're going to lead low. Now, what do we do when the dummy comes down? We count our winners. So looking at the spade suit, no sure winners in the two spade holdings here. Hearts, ace, king. We've got two winning hearts. Club, well, we don't have any sure winning clubs. And we've got one winning diamond. So we have 3 short tricks. We need to look for more. Well, the way we look for more is promotion. So I'm going to play first low from the dummy. I don't know where the ace and the jack are, but if I play low, the East player will probably contribute the highest card they have, trying to win the trick. And then I'm going to take the king. Now, that kind of gives me a little bit of a clue. If they didn't go high, they probably don't have a high card in the East. So I think the ace and the jack are in the West hand. So I've won one trick by taking the king. Now, if I think West has the ace, there's a great chance for a finesse here. I could lead low toward the clubs, but I'm going to work on that later. I have an opportunity to promote a spade. So if I were to play the king, they can have their ace, but that's one trick. The hearts, there's actually one possibility in hearts. I'm missing six hearts. I've got 7 of them. I'm missing 6. If they divide 3 and 3, then I could get another heart through length. That's one possibility. Believe it or not, there's also a finesse in the heart suit. I could lead low toward the king 10. As long as I catch East with at least one high honor in the suit, then that might work out for me. But the other place I could look for a trick is also I could finesse spades. Now, in order to do all these finesses, I kind of need to be in the dummy. And the number of chances for me to get to the dummy is not great. I've got 2 probable entries to the dummy. I can get there with a club if the finesse works, and I can get there with the ace of hearts. So we can try one of these things. I'm going to get there with the ace of hearts. Usually the second hand is going to play low. Notice the West hand has the queen, but they're looking at the dummy and they're trying to figure out, well, what is the declare doing? Do I really think the declare is going to play low? No, of course not. I don't need to play the queen in order to get them to come up with the ace. The six will be enough. So at this point, I can try a finesse in hearts. Low. I'll try the 9 or the 10. And they take the queen. Okay? So that's fine. I was going to lose one of those. Now, once they're in, they look at their clubs and they look at the queen and the 10 and they think, ooh, yuck. Playing these clubs is probably not going to be all that productive. So without knowing any better, they may switch to a spade, which is nice for our side because it just gave us a free finesse and they went up with the ace. They play a club back, maybe because they just are leading partner suit. Another spade. They'll take the queen. And now we can get to the dummy. By playing the queen. And now, if we want, we can take another finesse. This time it works. Our 9 is good because it's the 13th heart we were counting. And now we've got 2 more winners that we can cash. We actually made 1 extra trick. Okay, so we made 1 extra trick on this one. They're going to get the rest of the tricks on this one. Okay. Okay, hand number 2. Pass by East. South opens 1 no trump. They've got a balance 17. Pass by West. And North looks at their hand. They've got 11 points. When we have 11 points, even if partner has 15 or 16, that's enough for a game because we're in that 25 or 26 plus point range. So what do? We bid 3 no trump. We take partner to game, and that becomes the final contract. Opening lead, we're going to lead our longest suit. Now we've got 5 diamonds. The hope here is that we generate some tricks through our length in the diamond suit. Now, on this one, we've got 5 diamonds, queen, 10, 9, 8, 7. The 10 is the head of a sequence that has an honor, okay? So the 10 is an honor. An honor is any high card that's 10 or bigger. And usually the top of a sequence of honors is a good lead against no trump. So we play the 10, and we've got 2 black suit aces that we hope to get in with later. Maybe partner will come up with the diamond for us. Maybe they won't. And when the dummy comes down, the declare is counting their tricks. Now, let's look at the hearts first. First of all, we don't have any spades. Then we're going to look at the hearts. Ace, king, queen. We've got 3 tricks in hearts. We have no tricks in clubs. And you might look at this and say, well, I've got 2 tricks in diamonds. I have the ace and the king. But the opening lead is a diamond. We've been given a free finesse. Okay? They have given us a free finesse into our ace jack. All right, so watch this. I'm not going to play the king here. I'm going to wait and see if I can win this with the jack. So I'm going to play the 5. Now, one of 2 things will happen. I don't know where the diamonds are yet. If East has the queen and they play it, I'll cover with the ace. The jack and the king would then be good. If East does not have the queen, they'll play low, and I'll win the free finesse with the jack. So you see now that I've got 3 diamond tricks and 3 heart tricks. I need to win 3 more tricks to make 9. Okay, so what we have is promotion. I can get 2 tricks out of the club suit by promoting. All I'm missing is the ace. And I can get 1 trick out of the spade suit through promotion. That'll be 9 tricks. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the clubs. Now, one thing that's very important to not do, don't touch the diamonds. The diamonds are the enemy's suit because they've led them. We've got the suit stopped. The ace and the king are very precious cards that we need to stop them from running the diamond suit. So leave the diamonds alone. Let them play the diamonds, and you'll save your stoppers. So we're going to start off with the 3. Now they're going to play low, and we're going to try the jack. So the jack won the trick. Okay, fine. I'm going to go again. I'll try the king this time. And this time they look and they're like, okay, I'll bite. They'll take the ace. They're going to drive your stoppers out. They want those pesky diamonds out of your hands. So they play the 9. They already saw the jack. They had the 10 to start off with. They know the 9 is good enough. So we're going to take the king now. And now we're going to play 1 more club. And something wonderful happens. The clubs have gone around 3 times. Clubs have gone around the table 3 times. Well, this is one of the little ways I remember this. 3 times around the table times 4 is 12. Guess what? This 8 is the last remaining club. So I'm going to go ahead and cash it. I know because I've been counting that there are no more clubs left in the opponent's hands. So we might throw a little spade from the west hand, a little spade here, and they look at this hearts and they're like, yeah, those aren't all good. So I've now taken 5 tricks. I've got a 6 trick for the ace of diamonds, 7, 8, 9 for the hearts. I'm going to make it. But you know what? I'm greedy. I'm going to go ahead and promote the ace, promote the queen of spades while I'm at it. Okay. They play another diamond. And I take it. And now you see that I have an extra trick. This is called making an over trick. I'm just going to cash my winners. And they'll get the jack of spades at the end. So I made 10 tricks. I only needed 9. So I made my contract plus 1 extra. All right, next hand, number 3. South is the dealer. South opens 1 no trump. They've got a balanced 15. Pass by West. And what does North have? North has 10 high card points. So they bid 3 no trump. That becomes the final contract. What's a good lead? Well, the king of spades is a standout lead here. All I need to do is get the ace out, and I will be able to run the rest of these spades. Now, the dummy comes down. I have to count my winners. Well, spades, I have the ace. There's 1. I have the ace of hearts. That's 2. Clubs. I have 8 clubs, and I have the ace, king, queen, jack. So, as long as the clubs don't break worse than 4 and 1, then I'll be able to run all of the clubs off. If the clubs break 5-0, I won't be able to do that. So I'm hoping to win 6 tricks in clubs by running the suit. Okay. And then I've got the ace of diamonds for 9 tricks. I'm not going to mess around on this hand. Okay, I only have spades stopped once. I have to be very careful that I don't let the opponents get the lead because after the ace is gone, I'm wide open in spades and I'm worried they're going to run a bunch of spade tricks on me. So I'm going to take the ace and then I want to try and collect my clubs. So how do I do this? Well, very carefully. The first thing that you need to do is realize that you've got Jack Little in the south hand. And you have ace, king, queen 6 times in the dummy of clubs. Now, the other thing to notice about the dummy is there is no entry outside of the club suit. So you got to be careful. The rule here is high card from the short side. So I play the jack first. Then they'll play small, and then I'll play small, small. Now I have an entry to get to the ace of clubs and run the suit. This technique is called unblocking this club suit. If I'd played the deuce first up to the ace and then the 6 back to the jack, I've blocked the suit and stranded my winners. So we play the high card from the short side to avoid blocking the suit. And now I'm home. I just start playing off my winners. And they're going to have to make discards. Of course, I have to make discards too. They're going to try and hold on to their spades because they're pretty sure they're going to get in with the king of hearts. So they're going to drop a diamond. Okay. They'll drop a small heart. Now, we have to be careful now. We don't want to take a finesse. We're just going to play the heart to the ace and take our tricks. So we've taken our 9 tricks, and they're going to get probably the rest. Okay. Well, actually, on this particular deal, they won't, because our 7 of spades actually will take a trick. So we might make one over trick. Okay? Okay, hand number 4. West is the dealer, they pass. North will pass. East will pass, and we open 1 no trump in the south. We have 17 high card points, 15 to 17 balanced. We open a no trump. West passes. North, what does North have? North has 9 points. 8 or 9 points is on the fence, invitational. We're thinking to ourselves, well, if partner has only 15, that's only 24. I don't want to be in game. But if they've got 17, now I do. Now I've got 26. I do want to be in game. How do I communicate to partner that I'm on the fence? Well, I bid 2 no trump. Usually bidding 1 level below game is inviting partner, saying, I'm close, partner. How good is your opening hand? In this case, because we have a maximum of 17, we accept the invitation by bidding 3 no trump, and it goes pass, pass, pass. So West is on lead. What do? Well, they might lead a diamond. It's their best suit. It's their longest suit. They don't have a great lead here. So looking at the situation here, what is our winner count? Well, let's start with the spades. We have ace king. Okay, great. We've got 2 winning spades. Hearts. We've got 2 winning hearts, so that's 4. We've got no winning clubs. Okay? Diamonds. We don't have any winning diamonds, but wait, the opening lead gave us a freebie. Regardless of who holds the ace of diamonds, the king will score because it's been led into us. Okay? The king is going to score a trick because when we play from the dummy, one of two things will happen. Either the ace will appear or the ace will not. If the ace doesn't appear, we're going to win the king. If the ace does appear, now we simply play low, and our king is now the highest diamond left. So we're going to get one diamond. Now, this poor, unfortunate East individual is maybe going to continue a diamond. Their partner, after all, led them. And usually you want to take your partner's lead and try and return the suit. We don't know that the king jack is sitting here, but we accidentally gave them an extra trick in diamonds. Now their jack is promoted. Shoot. Well, too bad for the defense there. All right. Now, we've taken the first two tricks. We're going to leave the diamonds. I'm sorry, we've taken the first one trick. We've got the jack of diamonds as a winner, but we're going to leave it alone. It's a stopper. They're trying to run diamonds. We want to leave the diamonds alone. We're going to save this for a stopper. Now, where can we get extra tricks? Well, promotion. The clubs can be promoted. The only big club we're missing is the ace. So if we do the queen, they may or may not take the ace. They may decide to wait. But eventually they're going to try and take that ace. And now you see that our king and our jack are both good. They might play another diamond. We'll dump a spade. We'll take the jack. And now we know the king and the jack of clubs are good. All we need to do is get to them. So we'll play a small heart. The king is a winner, right? So we're going to try the king, and it wins. We know the king and the jack are both good. I'll discard the 8 of diamonds. It's of no use to me. It's no good. Now, I know the jack is a good card. I guess I'll get rid of a little heart. They'll get rid of a little spade. And I noticed nobody has any more clubs. I know the 5 is going to cash. I guess I'll get rid of this 4. I don't think I need that. And now I'm just going to cash my winners. Going to take the money and run. All right. This player probably thinks, well, there's no more diamonds. I got to protect my hearts. And that was a good call. If they had dropped one of the hearts, their hearts in the declarer's hand would have scored. But again, we made an over trick here. We made 10 tricks. We only needed 9. There is a small bonus for overachieving. You still get the extra 30 points for the extra trick. Okay. Okay, hand number 5. North passes, pass, and South has a balanced 15 to 17. They open 1, no trump. Pass. North, 7 points. Pass. That's what we're going to play. 1, no trump. Opening lead. We make usually a 4th best lead from our longest suit, unless we've got a sequence of honors. We don't have a sequence, a running sequence of honors in the hearts, but we're going to lead 4th best. And the idea is we want to get the hearts through promotion. When we see the dummy and we look at the situation, we realize the opponents have led our weakest suit. We have only 5 cards in hearts in the 2 hands. And the best card we have is the king, and that's it. Now, the good news is the king will score a trick because the opening lead has been made into a king. The defense has given us a free finesse on the opening lead. One of two things will happen. They'll take the ace or they won't. Now, because East does not know who has the king, they're going to play the ace in the hopes that their partner has it. They're going to return the suit. Now, when we return the suit, and we only have two left, we tend to return the higher one. We're trying to drive these stoppers out of the south hand. Now, we don't know that they only had one left, but they get it out. So we've taken the first heart, and where are our winners at? We've got 3 winning diamonds, and we've got a winning club. So we've taken 1 trick, and we have 4 more. That's 5. We need 2 more tricks. Where can we get them? But remember, there is a problem. We're out of heart stoppers. If I let the opponents get control, they're going to start just playing hearts. I don't like that because there's nothing I can do about it if they get in. So I want to try and avoid letting them get in. I'm looking at the spades. Well, I could promote spades. I'm only missing the ace, but promoting the spades means I have to lose the ace. And when they get the ace, they're going to start cashing hearts. I don't like this. Is there any way else I could get more tricks? Well, look at the diamond suit. How many diamonds do I have? I've got 8 diamonds, don't I? That means I'm missing 5. 5 cards missing. What if they divide 3 and 2? If they divide 3 and 2, the ace, king, queen will take care of all of their diamonds, and I will be able to run the other 2 diamonds up here in the dummy. Can I get to them? Yes, I've got the ace of clubs. The ace of clubs is a very precious card. It's an entry to the dummy. So we want to save that ace of clubs. I want to work on my diamonds and see what happens. If the diamonds divide 3 and 2, I have my tricks. If the diamonds do not divide 3 and 2, then I'll work on the spades. So far, so good. Everybody followed. I didn't encounter a 5-0 or anything like that. So I try the king. Everybody followed. All right. I know now the diamonds are breaking 3 and 2. There's 1 diamond in my opponent's hands because I'm counting. I've used up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have counted 12. There's only 1 left, and the queen is big. All right, the diamonds are gone. My 9 and my 8 are high. I'm going to go and cross to the ace. And now I'm going to cash my diamonds. Okay. I've made my 7 tricks. Let's go for extras. Maybe we'll get extras. I'm going to try the king of spades. Now, we're not going to get any extras. You can see that they're going to run their hearts and take their king of clubs. We'll make exactly our 7 tricks, but that was all we really needed to get. We made our 7 tricks. We're happy. Okay, hand number 6, last hand. South opens a no trump, 15 to 17 points, and they're balanced. West passes. North has 10 high card points. Ace, king, queen, jack. That's 10. We bid 3-0. Pass, pass, pass. Okay, again, another great lead, king of spades. I'm going to count our winners. 1 spade winner. No heart winners. 4 clubs, 4 diamonds. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy. I've got 9 tricks, 9 winners. I'm just going to take them. Okay. Once the ace of spades is gone, I'm wide open in spades. I have to just take my winners. If I let the West player in, what's going to happen? They're going to win 4 spades and the ace of hearts. I can't let that happen. If they take 5 tricks, that means only 8 for me, and I'm set. So this is a take the money and run hand. I'm just going to cash my winners. I'm happy to make it. There are no opportunities for extras on this hand. Okay? If you want, you can pause the video. You can look. You can look at the tricks, and you'll see there are no opportunities for extra tricks on this deal. Okay? There are no opportunities for extras. You're not getting any extras. Okay? You're going to get your 9 tricks, and you see that the West hand is now all good cards, all tops. But I got my 9 tricks before they could get to 5. I make the contract. All right, folks. That's it for today. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.